Well, here we are. Another Journey to the Farlands episode. Episode 10. Oh, what a time. What a time indeed. Let's switch over here. Just get right on into it. Whoa, look at that. Minecraft. Oh yeah, here's a world size upload. Or oh god. World size update. 16 gigabytes we're at now, so pretty sizable world, if I do say so myself. So yeah. Oh, I haven't walked yet today, so this will be pretty clean. Just starting off where I ended yesterday. So yeah, lovely stuff. Anyway, welcome to the 10th episode. Hello. I got some angry mobs already, of course. We can't have an episode to go without at least a few angry mobs chasing. Oh goodness. Yeah, I gotta stay vigilant. That's for sure. Oh goodness. I hope the sound issues are fixed. I noticed on the previous stream I did just yesterday or the other day, the fellowship stream. It had a lot of echo with like some of the voices and sounds at times, and I also noticed that in the episode 9 of the Journey to the Farlands. So hopefully that's fixed now. Hopefully there's no like weird sound effects. Well, not weird sound effects, but like weird kind of reverberatingness with the grass walking sound effect. I might even take a listen to the stream so I can hear myself, just so I'm making sure that it's all sounds all right. I think my audio mixing's all right. It's about the same as it's been before, so there's not too much different there. Just gonna check something here. Just okay. Okay, it sounds alright. I just was listening to it on my phone. Just because I want to make sure that it sounded alright. I think we're good. I think it just had to do with like the sources of audio that I had enabled. And it somehow allowed it to kind of echo. So I think that's settled. But yeah, enough about the technical gibberish. It's just how it goes. So, what's going on now? Well, I guess I got a few things to talk about today. I'll just kind of spitfire as I go. Where are we at now for coordinates? I'm not gonna tell. Well, at least right now. I haven't completely disconnected from the coordinates, but I thought it'd be, I don't know, that'd be a bit of a surprise to see how far I make it today. I don't really feel like showing F3 all the time anyway. Not really needed. So yeah. Still haven't come to a conclusion on that whole debate I was trying to figure out with the whole coordinates thing. But I'm just gonna kind of go with it right now, just to kind of, I don't know, it kind of takes a while for these things to me to get a consensus on them, because I got the original streams, the highlights back on Twitch, which I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do there, because a part of me wanted to just have it be on the YouTube, and now part of it's just on the Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, I'm not too sure. It's all kind of in the air. I'm still a lot of trial and error going on. All that kind of stuff. So yeah. Episode 10. 10 episodes of this nonsense. Yeah, it's an interesting feat for sure. We're nearing the 3-month mark up here, coming up in about 10 days here. So that's pretty neat as well. Getting pretty chunky as a series and as an endeavor itself. It's quite an interesting thing. So yes, that is what's going on. And I did do the fellowship stream with the music, and there's no like copyright thing or anything, which is what I suspect. I think I thought I would be okay, and I was. So for all the future Newcraft 4 streams, if I ever stream that, and the fellowship, depending on what I come to as a conclusion on streaming for at least Newcraft 4, the fellowship will be streamed plenty because that's gonna be around for quite a while. I don't know how long, of course, but things are always ever changing. But I think the fellowship is a keeper. Newcraft 4 is a bit iffy right now, so I'm a bit hesitant to stream that, just because I don't have the motivation, because that motivation is now being channeled into the fellowship. I can only spread myself thin enough across all these projects, so at least Journey to the Farlands doesn't require too much from me. Just to log in and do some walking. Do the lovely walking. Oh, yeah. I've had an interesting series up until now. That's been cool. With all the adventures I've been on, mostly walking, and then there was the Nether last episode, and I've done a few longer streams. It's just been a lot of fun. This is the only series that's kind of stood the test of time so far on the streaming for streaming, since like Newcraft 1 was like the last actually lengthy series I did, which wasn't even streamed or anything, so it was just kind of something I did in my spare time. Newcraft 1. That was kind of the peak of all that. So maybe we'll hit that peak again with the Fellowship or something. I don't know if Newcraft 4 is gonna do that. I'm doubtful right now, but my opinions may change. That's the thing about me, is I don't like to dawdle around too much. I like to know what I want. So yeah, I found a whole lot of spawners yesterday. Actually, is a good thing to talk about. Is I found like I don't even over the last few days I found like 3 spawners. What was it, 3? I found a bunch anyway. I think I found 2 yesterday at least, and they're like right next to each other. It was like episode 1 all over again, where I found like a bunch of spawners. But yeah, I'm no more golden apples right now as of yet. Still got just this one here. And the armor, I'm gonna be switching over to iron armor pretty soon, because the diamond armor is breaking. Alrighty. Oh, we got a chat. Very nice. Hello there, my favorite streamer. Very lovely. Don't get too much chatting going on. Just kind of like to go on my own, do my own thing here, and if people tag along, then amazing. Otherwise, I'm just walking, watching YouTube or listening to music. Otherwise, if I'm not streaming, it's usually what I tend to do. Or I chat. Chatting is also something I do. Chat with my friends. So yeah. What should I talk about? What's something cool to start with? Oh, I've been watching a handful of series lately. I've been still watching Farlands or Bust. That's still something I'd recommend to anyone who's interested in this. I'm sure if the people over on YouTube were looking this up, they've probably already heard of Farlands or Bust if they're watching Farland content. and that's something I've been kind of watching every once in a while. I've been kind of balancing watching different series, so it's a bit slow for the most part, but I'm still kind of working my way through that kind of stuff. As I talked about last stream, I'm watching season 2 of Hermitcraft with Mumbo Jumbo. So I'm very, very vintage, quite vintage, if I do say so myself. Although I've still been keeping up with the modern stuff, season 9 and all that new stuff. Lovely new content. Oh, almost an entire day here. I gotta break the bed out. There's the pigoos. As Kurt says, the pigoos are here. An alarming lack of pigoos. I haven't watched any of Kurt's recent streams because he still streams it, but I haven't. I watched a few, like a long time, or quite a while ago. A few months ago, I was watching a few, like a month or two. But I mainly just been watching the older stuff, if I do watch it. I also kind of been watching a little bit of Minecraft as well. At least starting from the top with season 1. Well, good season 1, which is just his Let's Play for 60 episodes, and then the season 2 is when people start joining. And season 3 is supposed to be the most popular season, which has like a lot of popular YouTubers at the time joining. That's where you get, I think, season 3 and 4. Between seasons 2 and 4 of Minecraft, you kind of get the people like Etho and Kurt, who I talk about a lot here. He joined Minecraft at that time. Etho, Doc, Generic B, who I watched for season 1 of Hermitcraft before he moved on to Minecraft. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Get far in the series. I just kind of work my way through that kind of stuff, alongside just watching general content on YouTube. So that kind of balancing all that kind of slows down the progress. But I just kind of watch whatever I feel like watching, whatever the heart desires, I guess. Whatever I really want to see. Oh, I guess I could talk about the Fellowship as well, which is like the new realm thing between. Oh goodness, creepers everywhere. Between the 3, me and my cousin, my best friend, they all kind of are doing your own thing. I kind of like it. It reminds me of the times past sort of thing. It's actually a pretty cool area here. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the olden days of Newcraft 1, starting off with just the 3 of us, pretty much. And so that's kind of made its reappearance. It's probably partially why I'm so invigorated again to play that kind of stuff. I think Journey to the Farlands is always a constant, it seems. I don't know if I'm gonna be quitting this anytime soon. I've been going pretty strong, so at most I'll probably slow down, but still keep progress. That's probably what's gonna happen. If I run out of time, then I'll have to postpone the arrival to the Farlands, but I'm hoping I'll be able to get there in a reasonable time frame, at least. Just because my time frame is a bit more narrow. Got less time to commit, so I gotta try and make do with what I got here. So yes. Let's see here. Pretty interesting terrain. Not full, but I don't know what else we got here. Pretty standard terrain. Looks like something you'd see in this version. How could I put it differently? It's pretty much what it is. Very amazing. Very amazing. Much amazing. Indeed. So yeah. We've got this to look forward to. All the journeys I'm going to be getting on in this journey. And outside of it as well. Yeah, I was kind of debating streaming Newcraft 4 today. But it just... I don't know. It's... My motivations have been displaced, for sure. Just because I might just do Newcraft 4 when it's kind of evident to play. Like it kind of feels dead right now, but I feel like maybe if it got some activity, which it might in the future, then I'll tune back in. But other than that, you'll probably just see a combination of this and a little and getting all the infrastructure started at least. I've got this kind of Mesa Villa Casita thing, kind of like a Western version of the Casita from Encanto, pretty much. Feels pretty Western, but it's kind of got a lot of that terracotta and the buttons and all that decor, like very blocky style. Kind of reminds me of my Newcraft 2 base, which was a futuristic city, but I never got to the actual futuristic part. It was basically just a bunch of stone outlines for everything by the time the season had ended. So I guess for that regard, Newcraft 3 and Newcraft 1, Newcraft 3 I have an actual complete base, and Newcraft 1 my base was not too far off complete. I definitely had ideas that I wanted to use in Newcraft 1's base, because there was a lot of empty room, but I also just did not have the passion to continue that base to completion. At least with all the stuff going on with the resistance and the war at the time. So yeah, that's something interesting to talk about. Because one thing I realized doing this is that there's a surprisingly low amount of stuff to talk about. Well, not very surprisingly, but there is a low amount of stuff to talk about, at least relating to the Journey to the Farlands world here. There's not really too much to commentate because I'm just walking. I kind of say, ooh, nice, every once in a while. But for the most part, I have to kind of improvise and come up with my own stuff to talk about, because that's pretty much the gist of it. There's not too much else I can talk about. I talked about all the technical stuff. I talked about all the inspiration behind this. I talked about a whole lot. I've said pretty much everything there is to say in regards to this. So yeah. Okay. This is just the lovely traditional train anyway. This is pretty standard for beta 1.7. I'm kind of just used to this as what I see in this world. Good question, Devin. I guess it didn't appear on screen, but Devin asked if I have any plans for any specials for a number of followers, stuff like that. I might. I don't really have much of a backing right now, of course. I mean, that's pretty safe to say. But if I ever did get some kind of backing, then I could do specials like that. For now, I've been doing like the specials. Like I did the 2-month special. I might do like a half a year or a year special, or like, I mean, even waypoints in the world. Like if I reach the 25%, 50% mark sort of thing. I could definitely see stuff like that being implemented. Me just kind of coming up with some cool ideas. And I even have done the odd seasonal one, like the Halloween stream I did for part 9, or episode 9. that went pretty well. Mm. It was kind of funny to see me complain about the old Nether and how different it was. But it was kind of a special stream. I've only done 2 real specials before in like the few months I've been doing this. So yeah, if I ever did get certain milestones, then yeah, I could definitely see stuff like that happening. Because I think I'm at 5, 6 followers on Twitch, and then I'm at 5 subscribers over on YouTube. So I got a bit of stuff going on. But yeah, I think I discussed this in multiple streams before, but if I'm just saying this as like something that would be really cool that I've kind of been inspired to do in case this ever really becomes feasible and I get the know-how to do something like that. Kind of like the Farlands or Bust charity and the PFC's Journey to the Farlands. He did charity for Child's Play, and I think even Kurt did it for a bunch of different charities and stuff. So I definitely would consider it in the future if I ever got some kind of grounding to do that kind of thing. Got some people who, I don't know, I think that's a way to make something like this a bit more valuable to the real world, because it's pretty, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a bit of a waste of time. I mean, it's enjoyable for me, but there's definitely better things you could do with this time. But that would be a good way to get kind of some real world action out of something that's not really impacting things very much. But yeah, I'm not debating that. I think I said that in a few streams ago. I said I'm not really debating it right now, just because there's no point in doing it right now. But maybe in the future, if I feel like that's a good step to take, it would be good to kind of support something that's of valuable cause. So yeah, instead of like donations and stuff, it could just be like going to charity instead. Yeah, that seems pretty good. But enough about that. I don't really got much else to say regarding the charity stuff, just because I don't have a plan for that. I'm not really planning for it right now. But yeah, got some stuff. I also might even do like an April Fool's stream or something. That's pretty far ahead of time, but you never know. I got a lot of cool ideas. Ah. So yeah, I'll post one. That's probably gonna come up at some point in a future stream. I'll post one. I've talked about Tenajum already, but it's kind of exciting. Getting to settle down, build a base, get back to some more Minecrafty gameplay. Maybe not for like a crazy long time, of course, but a good few days, maybe. Build the base. Trying to think of ideas. I want to do some kind of cool base, but nothing that would require me to say kind of grind resources for a long time. So I think for the outpost, I'll do something small but kind of cool looking, like a castle, like a little mini castle, or like a small little house that kind of looks cool. Using kind of the old stuff we have here, the more primitive resources, because it's definitely something to consider. I always kind of like building. I like to express. I feel like building's a good medium for expression. That's what a lot of Minecraft is. There's a lot of artistic potential. It's kind of an art form. Call it kind of a medium for creativity, because it really is. I mean, over the years, Minecraft's been a source of a lot of creativity and excellency and all that lovely, lovely stuff. I always like to see what kind of YouTubers and stuff like that, what kind of the unique ones got up their sleeve and all that. So there's that to think about. It's always something that makes a good. Something that makes a good YouTuber and streamer is someone who knows how to entertain the audience and kind of channel content. I mean, here, I'm not building mega bases. Yeah, exactly. You don't see me doing all these sorts of things, but if you want to see that kind of stuff, I kind of chip away on that on the new series as I do. And not necessarily huge bases just yet, but as they develop, I'll kind of stream bit highlights and building and all that. I would consider doing like old Minecraft style or even more new kind of style episodes where they're like 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, so they're a bit easier to watch and they're more compiled footage. But that would require me to edit, and I might dabble in that in the future. I've stated my stance on editing multiple times. But if I feel like condensing the content a bit, Journey to the Farlands can't really be condensed, really. This is gonna kind of remain like this probably for a while. The most I really would do is some minor editing, just to kind of get rid of some moments I wouldn't really care for in an episode. But there's not really too much of a criteria for things like the Fellowship and Newcraft. I'm sure I could compile footage a bit better. I could film over the week and then upload it on the weekend or something. But I kind of just like the streaming thing. Yeah, that's just the situation there. It's been kind of interesting with all these new series sprouting and the streaming here with Newcraft 3 starting and ending so abruptly, and then Newcraft 4 starting and cooling down or slowing down abruptly. And then the Fellowship now. So it's just been a bit hectic trying to navigate or kind of channel the motivation into the right areas. Because I think the Fellowship is definitely the right place to do it now. Newcraft 4 is going to be auxiliary for now. I'll kind of just put my extra motivation into that if I ever have any. But I probably won't do as much of what I was intending to do before. Just because it's not quite hitting the mark anymore. I get excited by it, but not a lot of other people do, at least on the member list. So yeah, that's an interesting thing to note. A thing of interest to note. I haven't pressed F3 yet today. I might just leave it as a mystery for today. Just to be a bit surprising. I'll surprise myself in the future, like later today, when I decide to stop streaming. Maybe I'll check at the end of stream or something. Yeah. And as for TV shows, I haven't really got much going right now. I don't really watch much TV. I'm not the kind of person that watches a crazy amount of TV anyway. But I have been inspired by hearing about Kurt to watch like Doctor Who. I think that was one of the ones I wanted to watch. So I might get into that at some point soon.
start watching that. Just because I've kind of always had a bit of an interest in that kind of stuff, and it's never really struck me as something I want to do, but I thought it might be worth a shot. So, yeah, might be a bit of an editing thing I do for the YouTube upload. Instead of having a 15-minute break. Maybe that's what I'll do, try and edit out the breaks. There's a good challenge for me. But yeah, to move on. Well, let's see. Piggies, Pigoos everywhere. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. What's something good to talk about? I already said how long it's going to take to get to the Farlands. But in case someone watching hasn't heard, it'll probably be 2024. So not even next year, the year after is the likely time we'll get there. Unless I really manage to get some good travel days in. But I'm still suspecting it at least be in 2024 if I were to arrive at the Farlands. Hopefully early 2024, early to mid. Late 2024 wouldn't really be ideal, because that'd be when I start to worry about post-secondary after grade 13. Grade 12, I guess like the grade after grade 12 that not everyone does. So yeah. The music kicks in once again. The lovely soundtrack by the lovely C418. Terrific. Yeah, I'll see. So maybe over on the YouTube end, the whole 15 minutes I was going to the bathroom, getting water, making cookies will be gone. So yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you already know what happened now. You don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this should be interesting to try out, because maybe that's what I'll do instead of just going straight into editing episodes completely. I might just start off subtle with trying to do fix some little things that I don't like or something. I might throw in elements every once in a while, so you might see a bit of an evolution throughout the streaming time here. Throughout the time I'll be streaming. So yeah, might see some improvement. Might see it remain stagnant for a while, but I'm still just kind of at the core enjoying this, no matter what level this will be. But if I decide to edit it a lot, it'll still be pretty much the same at the core. So there you go. Well, it's getting dark. I might wanna get a seat here. Now is right. That is the time. Ooh, the mobs are gonna spawn here. Now let's get to the loveliness that is the journeying once again. The absolute loveliness. Ooh, if it isn't the zombie. Very spooky. Oh goodness. You know, that's something. That is something. No sticks though from those. They don't drop sticks yet. That's a thing later Minecraft adds.
for some reason. Just didn't exist at this point. So they're just completely decorative. Yes, quite. Now, I'll go silent for a minute, I think. Well, I think. Well, that mind of mine wanders. So I've kind of enjoyed what's going on Hermitcraft lately with the whole Empires crossover. I think that's an interesting thing to do. Yeah. Actually, I don't think it's that bad an idea, having the Hermits kind of infiltrate the Empire's SMP. Something that's been planned out for months, apparently. Which makes sense. It seems pretty coordinated lore-wise. So, yeah, they lean into that lore aspect sometimes. It's kind of cool. So, it's cool when it's... I think Hermitcraft does that kind of stuff well. That's something that Newcraft didn't. It kind of hit that spot, and then we kind of fell off after the lore kind of became oversaturated and everyone was doing it and everyone was writing things off as other characters and all that jazz. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Now, what else could I talk about here? Sand. Sand, yes. Cows, grass. Grass. Two types of grass. Leaves, logs, planks. How are we doing on armor? Alright. Inventory review. Inventory review segment. Diamond, how are you doing? Well, not too... I've better. Diamond, Sweet doing... okay. Better than the helmet and the leggings. And the boots. They are mid right now. Mid level. Durability. And we got all the same stuff as before. Except less diamonds, of course. I got some iron ore deposit here. And got iron tools making their appearance here in Journey to the Farlands. I don't have a pet dog, unlike Kurt. I know Kurt has Wolfie, but it added a bit too much to gameplay for me. Having to kill pigs and worry about taking care of 2 lives instead of just 1. I tried having a dog on this world a few times, but never really worked out. I guess I'm just not too into having pets along the journey here. Doing it myself feels most natural anyway. I'm an adventurer going to an unfathomably far distance. It's like someone in that kind of one of the pioneers trying to go to the end of the world sort of thing, where I'm just like, yeah, let's go to the end of the world, even though I do know it exists, and like people then just kind of speculated it might have existed because flat Earth and all that, all that speculative stuff about the world being limited in space, which it is, but it's in a bit of a different sense to what I'm talking about. Kind of like that, where I mean, maybe I kind of know what's going on here. I kind of get a good feel for what's going on. I don't know. I've been relying off of the compass for a while. Running off the compass here because that's been what's been realigning me without the coordinates necessarily. So what is going on? Well, not too much. Just got a full screen here. Oh, just got stuff all over the place. Just all over the place today. On the 10th episode, not a special today. Probably would only do like a special at like the 50 or 100 episode mark. Probably even 100 is probably the most likely out of the two. Although that might take a little bit to get to first. It'd take a little bit of time to get to. That kind of level. Which is just terrific. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's see. I've got plenty of distance to cover, I'm sure. Like 11 million blocks to go. 11 point. I don't know. I'm not gonna say. Let's say I don't remember. Can't really say. So yeah, I've got plenty to see. I've seen just a good little bit. Now, actually, maybe we'll set sail. Maybe that's what we'll do. Use my lovely boat technique I got from good old Crazy Man. The Crazy Man himself. I even tried the submarine technique where I went under the ice and I could still breathe because I was like glitched. The quirks of beta. Lovely. Lovely little bugs and little exploits even. Not necessarily too game changing. Where that kind of happens where I fall behind the boat. So you'll see that a lot when I do the boating stuff. Oh, piggy. Oh, yes. How amazing. How absolutely terrific. Now we've got... Oh yeah, I'll do F3 at some point. Maybe on stream or off stream. So you might know where I am, you might not. Mystery. The big mystery. Big ol' mysteries afoot here. Yeah. Let's walk along the landscapes and let's just admire the landscapes for a minute. It's there's not much to admire, at least from where I currently am. Oh, there's some qualities here. Got all these weird formations. Formation. Geological formations and all that. Oh, yes. So yeah. I just can't think of something to talk about for the life of me. Questiones. Let's see. Let's think. Gotta collect those two brain cells in my head. Get a group meeting. Gotta make sure that I can think of something. What do I have planned? One said something. What do I have planned for Journey to the Farlands? Well, other than the specials and the potential charity and the walking, not much. It's gonna remain pretty constant if I'm still feeling like this in the future, then everything should be the same. Should be pretty much the same with different scenery each episode, of course, because what you see here will never be seen again. At least by anyone other than me, unless someone else happens to get the seed I have and go to these exact coordinates. But that's not likely to happen due to the seed not being known. I probably won't say the seed, going with some more philosophical stuff from Kurt, how he wants it to remain kind of novel, even if the people who have access to the seed can't really use it anyway. It's still good to have that kind of mystery. Because I haven't seen the Farlands, like the ones I'm going to, for this specific world, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Interesting to see what they look like, where the Farland base will be. Likely at the corner, hopefully, if it looks nice. Well, if it's like a snow deserty biome, it's alright. I could think of something to account for that, but I'd kind of just like to have the wooded area, just because this is kind of the nostalgic biome, maybe that's what I'm trying to get at. But gotta struggle to place my bed. And boop. And then actually I don't want to sleep just yet. My bed fell. Oh, hello. There we go. I'll worry about that bed in the morning. Oh, what the heck? What? What? With the quirks of Minecraft, I can walk underneath this. That's weird. What? Oh my goodness, what is going on with my player? Hopefully there's no... Anyway, I try to use the nighttime to my advantage, but sometimes the mobs get in the way. Well, that's a lot of beds, actually. I don't think I need that many. Maybe I'll just have one less boat. Yeah, we'll just have one less boat. Unless I have some extra room kicking around, which I do, but I'm also picking up an extra bed down there, so I'll just do 2 boats. And I'll just go to bed here. Hopefully not get shot at by that skeleton down there. Rate this crafting table as always. Never leave a crafting table behind. I think I've left one behind before. I've always broken these kind of rules. Ow! God, I need to make stew. Not so much for trying to be efficient. Mushroom stew. Alright, you can go. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that's kind of my process. When my hearts get down low enough, oh my goodness, my armor is so low. Anywho. Yeah, when my armor gets low enough, I'll replace it, of course, until we run out of iron. And then we'll just go through the supply, and then we run out of that, we'll do Outpost 1. I won't bother trying to be renewable here and get more iron as I need it. It's not worth it anymore. I did that before with like the stack of iron, but it's not as worth it as I thought. It doesn't really extend your trip that much. Like a stack of iron doesn't go very far. It only goes so far. As opposed to a stack of diamonds, which got me like 2 months. The iron will probably get me another month or 2. So it's still okay. But I'm definitely dwindling through it quicker than I did the diamonds. So it's good that I have lots of iron. Outpost 1 is push. But that's also a good thing because it means I don't have to stop as many times. As I said in the Walking to Oblivion, I was like, you can't just stay still, which is true. You don't want to lose too much progress by kind of standing still. I still kind of stand still every once in a while, like that time at the bed there, but that kind of stuff's just inevitable. Kind of inevitable. So yeah. So yeah, I've got fair ways to go. Where we leave off yesterday. Maybe I'll tell you where we started today. 1,1,358,000 blocks. Yeah. So if I manage to get far enough, we could make some pretty good progress today. I don't know about surpassing 1.4 million, but it would be cool. But I don't know if I'd be able to do that just today. Kind of depends on what happens, but yeah. Terrific. I say those words a lot, but I like to be descriptive. Also, when I can't think of something, I just say filler words. So that's when you know when I'm struggling to think of something, is when I start to say lovely stuff, terrific, all the time. It's probably kind of like some of the stuff Kurt does. With how he says like indeed a lot, and he says like certainly and all that. Just kind of says words like that sometimes. That kind of relate. Kind of relate. I won't. I'm not. I'm gonna take the boating slow. I would do this, but it's kind of a bit hard to do sometimes. We're about to hit the shore here. About to reach the shores of the new land. All the land I'm walking across is new. New, never before seen. That land will never be seen again. The land behind me, the land in front of me. So yeah, it's part of the novel aspect to this is that, of course, with the inherent seed part of Minecraft is that this will never be seen again. There's just so many seeds in Minecraft. That's just unfathomable. Of course, especially even with like the 64-bit. I think 64-bit. I don't even know how many. Actually, it might be 32-bit limit for seeds or something. I don't know. There's a lot of seeds though. Millions of seeds. So yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of trapped in a previous time for sure. That's kind of part of my personality is that I'm kind of, I don't know, a lot of the stuff I do is kind of feels a bit older. And actually, like a lot of stuff I do, like playing old Minecraft like this, literally talking in these episodes about stuff that I could have talked about like a decade ago. Although, if there's some contingency stuff there, for sure. Like the fact that I'd be a kid a decade ago. But, psh, we don't talk about inconsistencies. If you thought I was collected and all that, well, for the most part I am, but sometimes I'm not the most collected person, organized. I try to be, but, we'll have those moments where we just kind of lose the point of what's going on. Oh, I don't even know what to call this stream. Good thing I didn't name it. I don't know what I'll call it. It'll probably just be something. Something. This stream, something. Episode 10. Something to be sure of. For sure. So 1.35 million. That is what it is. And my lovely progress indicators is seems to be leaning towards August 2024, which is not ideal still. And my other one for the Z chord is saying April 2026, but that's due to the fact that I had 1.125 million pressed into that for a while, so it really delayed it. I just use an app that I put it into, and I'm just like, yeah. I'm just trying to get a decent estimate, at least until I get too tired to bother keeping track of these chords. At least until I manage to lose things along the way, lose my way, and just kind of be like, whatever. We won't keep track of that kind of stuff anymore, which would be fun to just kind of let the mystery carry forward and only do progress updates when it's meaningful. Because I really just do them all the time, and it's kind of just lost its luster. Kind of being excited about where I am in the world. There's not really that going on anymore. But yeah. Go into the corner Farlands, the edge or the corner of the normal world. I would say the edge of the normal world, but that would just be journey to the Farlands. It's, I guess, if I was trying to be, like really realistic about the name, it would be like journey to the corner Farlands. But that doesn't sound as nice as just journey to the Farlands. So we're going to the Farlands regardless. We're going to go check out the oddity that is the Farlands, and kind of have some adventures over that way. Kind of explore the distant world. So yeah. Hopefully that's interesting. Interesting enough. No. Gotta see something. Oh yeah, okay. Alrighty. But yeah, that's something interesting. I could give the rundown on the series just as like a little thing for people to tune in. Walking to the corner of the world, got plenty of odd things going on because this is the last version the Farlands were around in. And other than that, would just be like the 30 million block mark. I'd be reaching in like 1.8 and beyond, beta 1.8 and beyond, even up to the current version. Unless it was Bedrock, then there's like the stripe lands and falling through the world even before the stripe lands. So you do fall through the world in Bedrock, but it's just much sooner than the Farlands. So I wouldn't really do that. If I were to ever do something like this again, which I'm really doubting, it'd probably be the world border, but that's not really as interesting as the Farlands. So I'm not crossing my fingers about that happening. So I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'll follow Fig to the T, because I'm doing his journey to the corner Farlands already, and he did a journey to the world border, which looked fun, but it also is a lot like this, just in modern Minecraft. Instead of be able to take advantage of modern Minecraft stuff. Well, I wouldn't really do that anyway. Just because I'd probably sprint to the Farlands instead of walk to them. Well, I probably wouldn't rely too much on horses and elytra and all that, and their travel. Just because the overworld journeying is just better. And also horses would be annoying trying to keep track of stuff like that. So I'd probably just do what Fig does, and he just sprints and has cooking sessions. But I'm mainly focusing on this because this is my main focus for big long journey type series, is going to the corner of the world and get to hear some interesting conversations, get maybe a few people interested, and hopefully have a bit of a good time getting there. So, and also to brief out, I don't stream all the time on this world, so I do just walk off camera. So I'm not walking super slow. I've got some kind of pacing going, at least some amount on the daily. Just to constantly be pushing closer and closer to that kind of boundary, that boundary of normality that we call the Farlands. I don't plan on walking to the end of the world completely and falling through at the 30 million block mark, though, unfortunately. So you'll just see me walk to the Farlands. It's not going to be a crazy journey beyond them. I want to build a cool base and have a bit of a let's play type thing going on there. So that'll be. I mean, this is already a series, so yeah. Let the music kick in, and as I my way towards this oblivious goal, or this kind of arbitrary goal, 12,550,821 blocks. A lot of blocks when you say it. Bit of a mouthful. Kind of becomes a bit I don't know, crazy, I guess. Thinking that someone would try to do something like this. But I'm mainly just doing this to try and add a bit more interest for myself for this. If I do get a bit of an audience, that would be a bit nice to have that on top of the world, but I'm perfectly content with just streaming this as is right now. Kind of talking about stuff as I think of it. Just trying to fill the void of otherwise silent walking, but just kind of the ambient game here. Because Minecraft really, I feel, I've definitely, like, Minecraft's got good music and sound design, but it definitely lacks ambience. There's not much ambience going on in the actual game. Like, it's got, I feel like definitely early Minecraft's got that feeling of isolation and kind of you being alone in the world, unlike modern Minecraft where there's all these mobs running around and all these like new biomes and all that. So it's interesting. It's part of why maybe I like these old versions. It's got that. It explains why a lot of the eeriness of old Minecraft can be, so captivating. Things like Herobrine and these like, I think there was the Mr. Epic video. I might put it in the description of the YouTube video, even his channel or the video itself. But there was definitely a good video that I watched. I might suggest that. Go check out his channel in general. I think he's pretty solid. Sometimes he's pretty opinionated, but you gotta have some opinionated people in the world. Can't have everyone just be completely complacent with everything. I like to get a bit of a different view on things sometimes, and that's definitely how he talks about how these kind of talking about the spooky things of Minecraft, kind of debunking some of them or explaining them. Things like Herobrine, Entity, 404, I think, or there's like a bunch of different ones. There was like different like weird UFO sightings in Minecraft and all that, which is clearly just now known as like mods and stuff. People it's just talented people making cool content and just making it look like it's some creepy thing going on in the game, which is kind of cool. But you don't really see much of that anymore, of course, just because Minecraft as a community really knows the vanilla and the limits of what's going on in the actual game. like mods add a lot, but we definitely got a much better sense of that kind of stuff. But back then, it was a different story. Back then, more that kind of stuff. Some people would write it as rumors, of course, back then that happened, but there's definitely a lot of stuff like that going around, which kind of, I don't know. This kind of old Minecraft has a bit of an eerie feel to it, with a lack of ambience and stuff. Even some modern Minecraft, I feel like most of modern Minecraft's fine for that now. Like it definitely like you don't really hear like there's like no wind or birds or anything. There's nothing like that. But there's like cave noises and there's some music and you hear this kind of stuff. But I don't know. I feel like without the generated structures and without the um, kind of other like passive mobs, it kind of just feels isolated. You can't feel like you're the only person in the world unless you're playing with friends, and that's like a bit different in that case. But kind of cool. Kind of cool how it feels like that. Maybe that's part of the reason why people like old Minecraft so much. Is just that kind of feeling. And it's also there's also nostalgia as well that plays a huge factor. I even get kind of nostalgic for old Minecraft, even though I never played it. So I don't really get the full nostalgia experience that some people might. Um, so yeah, I'm not fully. I don't see it as probably the veterans do. So this is just me trying to explore the old times, kind of what made Minecraft so good back then, and kind of like what led up to what we have now, the juggernaut of a game, best-selling game of all time, sort of deal. I think it's still the best-selling game of all time. One, if not in like the top 3 or something. I'm not sure if another game has tanked Minecraft in that regard. I think Fortnite got close, but I think Minecraft's still pretty strong. It's definitely a sensation, a pop culture phenomena of the past decade plus. Yeah, that's probably why I like to watch things like Minecraft and earlier Hermitcraft and Farlands or Bust. Is just because I like to see what people were doing back then. What kind of was the foundation for a lot of the stuff we see now, and the fact of a lot of these people still being around now, which is crazy. I mean, a lot of people have moved on, of course, but some people have made this kind of their livelihood, which is just amazing. Amazing how such an indie, or I got first such an indie game that was developed by one man became such a crazy thing. Oh, that's been talked about to high hell for sure, but for good reason. I think Minecraft definitely earns its spot as one of the most popular games, if not the most popular game of all time. And just the testament to how long it's been around just proves that. How long it's kind of been in the public eye. Even if back in early Minecraft, there was a lot more. I don't know how do you put it? There's a lot more. Or it was a lot less people, of course. It was a lot less mainstream. It was still kind of reaching people, but it wasn't nearly as crazy as it is now. But that just kind of came with time and with all these personalities making their appearance. Things like Dream and down to the Stampy and like the big people at the top of the charts. That's like a music term, top of the charts. But no, no real other way to put it. That's basically what it is. It's kind of these people who've even people like Captain Sparkles and Venom and stuff and Curd, Hermitcraft, Minecraft. they all kind of, I mean, Minecraft or not, like a big old Minecraft influences, even from a seemingly smaller perspective, they've had their impacts ripple throughout the community over the years. I think that was something interesting to talk about, just as like a thing I just popped into the good old head of mine, the good old head, the old noggin, melon, that melon of mine. Kind of just summed up 10 years of Minecraft history. Yeah, I haven't. I gotta. What do I gotta do? I gotta watch some more Minecraft videos. Also, get into Doctor Who as well, which is a bit of a topic change, or a bit of a shift, but that's also something I've been meaning to get into. I started with the Ninth Doctor in the 2005 reboot kind of thing, where it kind of came back from its hiatus, and I was like, I thought a fair bit of it, even though it was kind of a tutorial of kind of like the Ninth Doctor being a bit of a tutorial back into Doctor Who. I still think that like starting from the beginning is a good decision for me, at least. I know for some people who are used to the modern idea of television and all that, and like the whole SFX and all that, with like it not being as like well used back then. Like it was pretty good, but definitely a bit different now. So I I don't really mind that though. That's not really my concern. Not too bothered by that. Did I? Oh goodness. um. Yeah, everything's all right here. Scaling to things here. Mm, There's some statistics for you, statistics lovers. um. Yeah. That was from our Nether adventure. That was the only time I ever used Netherrack. Yep, well over 1,000 days into this nonsense. I predicted at least 5,000 days, but it'll probably be a bit more than that. Probably like 7,000 days, maybe. I don't know. That's a lot of time to commit to one world. But I think I'm willing to do it. I think I can stand the test of time. Hopefully. I always like to see what this stuff. At first, I was so hesitant at this actually having um, actually having making progress. I was like, oh, I'll get bored of this before I make it anywhere. But times change, and boy, have they! Back then, that was just when Newcraft 3 was in its heyday, or I guess it was still kind of going inactive in that kind of direction. But it was doing well, in my opinion. It was still doing well, and I started off this world after hearing about TFC's passing, just like 3 days after I heard about it, or 2, 3 days. So I got pretty quick onto that. Tinfoil Chef, yeah, he's a good, excellent YouTuber. Terrific guy. Raised money with his Journey to the Farlands series, and hopefully, if I ever in the future get to do that, that would be awesome. This has kind of been a bit of almost a tribute to those people who've kind of inspired me to do this. Kind of in honor of TFC, and kind of inspired by a lot of these people who've attempted and are still doing the journey to this day. Served up pepper swell. Hmm. You know what? I actually might have an idea. Maybe since we're on the episode 10, maybe I'll go through kind of my screenshots so far. Maybe we'll take a quick detour. Um, yeah, maybe we'll do that actually. Just give me a second while I pull up my screenshots here. Maybe I'll be able to. Anyway, I'll do this while I'm waiting on that. Computer can be a bit slow at times. I didn't compile them in any meaningful way, so there's kind of multiple of some. Because for the landmarks, I just took 2 photos of them, so you might see like doubles with coordinates. Okay, there we go. Might see doubles of some images, but that's just something to be aware of, I guess. No. Ah, yes, that one. Yes, this works. Journey to the Farlands. I say it started on the 16th because it began on, I started the world on the 14th. I did this like right away. And so I kind of wandered around aimlessly, found some diamonds, diamondos. I, now this is like, so this is a jump. Inspired by TFC's journey from 2012 to 2021 because that was his last upload of the series. Rest in peace. And I got my chest here and stuff, so that's all still there at spawn. I might even go back there. I think I have a copy of the world that I have, so I could go back and show you spawn. But yeah, this was like just at the start of the journey. You could see. I still even have my old tools and stuff. Oh no, this isn't the start actually. This was still when I was back at the house. I was gathering stuff. My mushroom farm. Yeah, this is my strip mine. I'm not. There we go. That's the starter base. It's yeah, it's quite the starter base, isn't it? I have a mushroom farm. Hang on, actually, I gotta capture. Oh, it's whatever. I won't worry about it. But yeah, you can see the door there. It's got my mushroom farm in it. And we got our lovely tree on our island that we spawned on. And I set sail and I headed out on that fateful day of the 16th. And this is, I've even started taking pictures. This was at the 1,000 block mark. So yeah, we'll just kind of go through these. I took bed photos at the time as well. We'll just kind of fast forward through a bunch of them here. So this one's at the 6,000 block mark. Pretty cool. Got some unique areas. 7,200, 7,500, 7,900. We got the 18,000 block mark. Bit of a jump. So you kind of get to see some of the stuff I've seen on the way. I remember some of these bed locations. There's that kind of cool pond I found. 27,000 blocks. So yeah, for the most part, this was in the part 28,000. So you can see the Z coordinate is the main kind of the gist here. This was still the 16th. So I did the 16th was, I think, my 16th or 17th was my best day I've done so far, where I walked 60,000 blocks in one day, which I haven't topped that. I tried for sure, but 34,000. There's a dog. I don't think that one wound up being my dog, but yeah. I had these little donut holes. See plenty of screenshots of those, and you can probably see that. For like people like Devin and stuff watching, you can see that like a lot of these are my profile pictures at times because I update it when I find new stuff. This is the 17th now, 56,000 blocks. I'm kind of just perusing through them so you can kind of see what we have to go through here. Lots of floating islands as well. I just kind of exclusively took photos of those for a while. 75,000 block mark. I took it exactly then because I was like, oh my goodness, it's such an important mark. And there's another floating island. I think that one's actually connected to the ground though. It looks like a floating island at least. That was pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty boring. Yeah, my tastes have evolved, definitely. So we're now at the 17th, or it's still at the 17th. I'll kind of just speed through 91,000 blocks. Oh yeah, yeah. These things, they're weird looking, aren't they? They look like the nether reactors from Pocket Edition. If any of you have ever seen that, just look up Pocket Edition nether reactor if you have it. It basically looks exactly like them, where it's got like the spiral kind of thing. There's a bed at 95,000 blocks. 100,000 blocks. I took a coordinate. Yeah, there we go. I remember at 100,000 blocks, I risked walking in the middle of the night. How changed. Um, kind of like a slideshow you're watching. Yeah, those are the mushrooms on the trees I was talking about. Uh, so you can see 1.1, what, no, 111,000 blocks. I'm so used to saying like a million or whatever, 1.1 million, that sort of thing. But yeah, that was what I talked about in the quirk stream. I think was the mushrooms on the trees. That I found that naturally, which is kind of cool. Um, that one was like right behind it, in the middle of the ocean. And I think I took pictures of all the boats I left behind as well, so I could go back in a copy and go retrace my steps. Now, save screenshot. So now we're on the 19th. So you can see Peter Griffin, Family Guy reference there. Oh, there's some floating block of sand. Yeah, kind of cool stuff. I remember even seeing that. That was so long ago. And that was when I was still Steve. I had a lot of diamonds left. Oh, look how my inventory has changed. I got discs, I got golden apple, I got rid of that bucket, I got rid of the mushrooms, I got rid of the bow and arrow. So yeah, 180,000 blocks. This is when I was doing a jittery waypoint thing. When those were still a thing. So I kind of got a bit of archive for this stuff. We got a bit of a wide shot or a kind of a cut there. That's how my streams look. You get kind of the borders over the top, which I'm alright with. It's not too bad. Well, I definitely walked through that whole big hole there. It's kind of something I like to do. Oh, this is where I rode on a pig. I took a picture of that. That was the the 22nd. So that was still a long time ago. 2 months plus ago. 23rd. And now you can see the inventory is already evolving. I kind of take photos every once in a while. That's a cool landmark. 266,000. I will just go through these kind of, trying to be brief, but there's a spawner. I don't think I took photos of every spawner I found. I think are those. I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same. But I don't think I took photo of every spawner, but I tried keeping track. I think I'm at 25, 26 spawners now. It won't be exact, but yeah. But yeah, 300,000. Every 100,000 felt like such a milestone, and now it's just I'm so used to it. There's my pet dog. That's old Joseph. If you know Jojo, you'll get that reference. But it's old Joseph, my first dog I had, and boom, that's the last photo of the dog. It died, I think, somewhere, and then yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gone MIA. And I was like, okay, well, oh, that was a cool spawner. Look at that. It was like out exposed to the open. So there's, yeah, that was quite the feat. Just random photo of a pigu. I don't remember any of these milestone landmarks. They're just kind of stuff I've seen all the time, so it's not too crazy looking. 360k and 150k. Wait, is that 150k? Wow. Oh right, yeah, I was already walking diagonally at this point, so I'm just doing the diagonal stuff now. Pink sheep. Get lots of those screenshots because I thought they were rare at first, and then I just saw a whole bunch of them. Just saw a whole whack ton. Oh, got some nice, just steep terrain. I remember that. I definitely remember seeing that. I've seen a lot like that though. So that little glitch, I love that. Uh, Old Minecraft. 440,000 blocks. Oh, I remember this. This was a long time ago, but I remember that quite clearly. Some of these I remember a lot better than others, just because some of them are pretty. Creeper army being the onslaught of creepers, and they followed me over. I think that might even be different. I'm not sure. Oh, look at all that. That was like a packed up PNG looking photo. Another pink sheep. I used its wool to build a tower. Uh, there's another spawner. You see plenty of those as I kind of stop. And there's another one. There's some weird glitching going on. Oh, this is when I tried Optifine. And if you've seen the Ant Venom video, I broke Minecraft. I may even suggest that. I might just write these down. So the videos I want to put in this description. Um, Mr. Epic Myth episode breaking and Sand Venom. Okay, but yeah, look at this masterpiece. And everything's all glitched out. I found another pink sheep and by doing this. But yeah, another one of those. Oh, this is when that was so long ago. Oh my god, that was September 5th. Wait, yeah, September 15th. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, that was when I lost a bunch of blocks and I had to recover. Like, yeah. Well, I might see my stream one if at some point here. It's around this mark. Oh, that's when I actually went to the Farlands. I've shown this world a few times. This is the one where I teleported out to them. I've shown that before. Another spawner. I remember finding that one. Now we're getting into some stuff I do know. Oh, this is the right. I remember. I had to retake this photo because I accidentally edited it and I forgot that you couldn't undo it once I saved it. I accidentally saved it, so now it looks like this. But this is the photo from September 18th. But that's not the photo anymore. Anyway, I used a retake of that for my loading or for my starting soon, be right back stuff. Pink sheep number 1170. Spawner number 1177. So yeah, now we're in terrain that I kind of am more acquainted with. I won't take note of the spawn. It's just a lot more. There's just a random door at 880,000 blocks here and 600,000. So I could go check that out if I were to teleport to a bunch of these areas. There's my second dog, Frederiki. Frederiki, one wrong fall. Yeah, Frederiki wasn't the brightest bulb in the box. Mob AI is kind of a bit interesting. Oh, yeah, there was this one here. This spawner here. I did my bed in a spawner one time. That was fun. Little face. Of course, us humans like making faces out of things. We're trying to find faces and things that don't have it. when I reached 1 million blocks on the 29th. So that was over a month ago. And then soon after this, yeah, here we're already doing the diagonal again. You can see that number increasing as we go, as I continue. There's I took this on stream. I took this photo. This is my profile picture. And this is at 830,000 blocks on the 1.08 million. So that was on, yeah, the October 6th. So a month ago exactly now. This was a month ago. It's been over a month since I started streaming. At least the Journey to the Farlands stuff. I've been streaming. I streamed Newcraft 3 in July. So I technically could have streamed the start of this world, but I didn't think of that. Tree in a cave. More spawners than I can shake a stick at. That was a cool spot. And now we're pretty much... Oh, that was when I had my Origins skin on. This was, I think, was on stream. We're almost back to where we left off. When I recounted the differences, and then I found the... Oh, I found the golden apple. First golden apple. Number 26 for spawners. Or am I just mistaken? Is that not... Unless it actually is 6. And I just have found more than 26. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I found 31. I miscounted. Yeah, so 31 spawners instead. So there's a lot more. And all those I showed just now, going through all these pictures. There's a suspiciously shaped pond if you have the eye. I broke a bedpost thing there. Okay, and we're pretty much back to where we were. This was taken on stream when I had the texture pack. And then that one as well. This is, now we're on October 30th, which is just last week. There's the Halloween stream. And then there's one just from this November 7th, and then, or 2nd. And then the one I took not too long ago. So yeah, that is where we leave off with the photos. But I'm gonna go back to the Farlands here. Hooah! Now, I thought that'd be cool to kind of go through the old photos. Bit of a photo album look through. But I won't do that again for a while. So you get to see some of my stuff I took before streaming this. Some of the photos I took. So yeah. Lots more photos to be taken. Although probably a lot less than I did in the beginning. I just took photos of everything back in the beginning because I was like, oh, I just want to take photos of things, and I didn't realize that at that rate I wouldn't have not enough room on my computer to hold that many photos. I had that pace throughout the whole thing here. Yes. Indubitably. There's one of the words I say as well. One of my thinking words. So yeah. That's where we leave off with the photos and all that. Maybe I'll do an F3. Maybe surprise myself a little bit. Do I want to do it? Oh, music. And then there was music. Minecraft. Yeah, I don't need to show the coordinates. Who cares? I don't. Floating in black ice. Kurt's signature song. Before the things of people of like, you know. Before the times of all those big old remixes and stuff. When Kurt was doing all that floating block of ice stuff and people were editing it. So yeah. So yes. The journey towards this arbitrary goal. Now, where does that leave us? Well, it leaves us at a particularly average junction or juncture. We're kind of just at the point where I just walk to the Farlands. Simple enough. Get there at any cost. And try and have a little bit of fun getting there. Try and just enjoy myself. So yeah. We've got plenty of stuff to do here. Plenty of walking to do. As I've made clear abundantly. Abundantly. Now, wouldn't you say? I'll just swim across this expanse of water. Now, what's something else I could talk about? Well, I'm kind of looking forward to Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero getting some new, their I think 2.0 updates, where they get basically finalized. Pretty much should be probably the last updates they receive, unless there's like stuff that they didn't intend. But I feel like that'll be the end for that, so then I can finally do some playthroughs. I don't know if I'll stream that, but I guess it could be fun if I decide to stream that. But we'll see. Kind of depends how I'm feeling when the updates come out. Do Subnautica first, and then Below Zero. Test some stuff. So yeah, Subnautica, yeah, I guess I didn't talk about that in the stream. I was talking about what I'm interested in. I also like Subnautica a lot. I kind of like that oceanic nautical stuff. Like the deep depths and all that. Like, that kind of horror element of Subnautica is pretty cool. Still thinking it over. Might get rid of the graph. But graph, I don't know. There's some angles to consider. Well, it also means I don't know which chords to correct. Maybe I just don't correct. Maybe I just let it be as natural as possible. If I reach one Farland quicker than the other, then so be it. Because that's what's going to happen, so. Maybe we'll do it like that. But it's also pretty cool to have someone ask me where I was on this one day exactly, and then I can say, like, the range of blocks I covered in that day. But it's also kind of tedious keeping track of all these days I've been doing this. When it starts to get a bit more monotonous. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff to consider there. Oh goodness. You gotta probably want to avoid the lava pools. Even though I do have a water bucket in my hand, I'm probably not smart enough to use it quick enough. I'd probably just be like, whoa, and then die, and then be like, ah. Outpost 1 happened sooner than usual, sooner than planned. I just plan to use it whenever I run out of stuff, so that would fit the build, the criteria, meet the criteria if I died in lava. But I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just get as far as I can with what I have, not try and have an early demise. I haven't died in this world since spawn, so. So yeah. I've gotten close a few times, but I mean, that was definitely one of them when I was just kind of doing stuff. Well, it's kind of just checking things out. Oh, sleeping among the trees here, among the leaves. And I bet some people are building like, why does he build his beds like that up like 3 blocks? Instead of just doing like hidey holes like Kurt does, or like actually just building houses every night. well, I just find this to be the most quick and easy method of getting around. I think it's my favorite method because that's what TFC did, and I think that's a brilliant idea. Instead of, when he actually had to go mining, he just dug out like a hole in the ground. But I'm probably gonna actually have actual houses for when I go mining. But I think it's kind of cool. Oh, today's been quite a day. Quite the day indeed. Had birds walking around out in the yard and on the deck. Dog going ballistic. But yeah, I've just all over the place today. As per the usual. And I've got, I think, a test to study for coming up. I'm pretty much ready for it. Oh, I'm just trying to shoot the bird out. Yeah, but it's just complete mania today. So I've been walking about this whole time, so it'd be interesting to see how far I've gone. Oh, do I press F3? Do I? Viewer, do I? Or viewers, I can't quite tell. Twitch does not have the best viewing thing. Maybe we do. I'm pressing it. Where are we at? 68,000, 70,000. So, oh, that's pretty good. I'd probably want to work my way over this way a little bit. I've kind of done some stuff behind the dog, if you can hear her. She's always going a little bit ballistic over the recent season stuff going on outside. Now, what is going on? Well, you can easily tell what's going on here, I guess. Just journeying ever closer. Or virtually different. I guess they are. Oh, they're gone. I don't even care anymore about these bugs. They're just more funny than they are annoying. Might as well enjoy it. Might as well enjoy the bugginess rather than kind of embrace it. All the jitters I could not embrace. In the end, I had to just get rid of them. Yeah, you should be thankful I got rid of the jitters. They're not the nicest sight to see. Yeah, we'll correct the coordinates here. Oh goodness. Let's see what we have here. Cave. Cave, yes. Oh, that's a pretty cool floating bit there. Whoa, look at that. That's epic. That is amazing. Oh, sinking. Is it screenshot worthy? If I can get more in. Ooh, yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, look at that. Now we'll take a screenshot. Oh, goodness. 1:17 p.m. for me. At least in my time zone, Eastern. I am Canadian, of course, so I live in kind of the Eastern time zone here. My cousin Brody, who's on been kind of a part of a lot of this, he's in Central, I think, Central time zone, so he's an hour behind. Same with my grandma and stuff. So yeah, time zone, very very cool stuff to talk about. I'm trying here. I'm trying. I had some pretty good, pretty strong conversations earlier. Pretty strong. We're going strong for a while. Another one of them. Look at that. Another one behind this one. I'm not gonna take a picture of this one though. Too much landscape to take picture. There's way too much going on. Rose. A rose. Now, I'm gonna make some more torches. Get that angelic sounds. Angelic sounds. Okay, well, we're gonna gather some coal and some cobble. Coal and cobble. Coal and cobble. Old fashioned. I still have no idea what to call this game. It's kind of been all over the place today. Kind of went from talking about today being the 10th episode, and then I was like showing pictures, and I went on a whole bunch of breaks, talked about editing, talked about all these YouTuber stuff, kind of evolution. I just remember being so captivated by Minecraft when I first heard of it. As a young little child, the young child I was, seeing that Minecraft trailers and stuff, and be like, oh, Minecraft, and then watching a bunch of content on YouTube. Yep, it's lovely. Lovely stuff. Oh, there's a cave. I'm not going cave-in. If you want cave-in, then you have to wait. Wait for the... I guess, no, there's the Fellowship stream, which I did caving in, and also the Newcraft 4 stream, so go there. Go watch those videos instead, if you want to get some caving action. If you want to get some of that lovely caving stuff going on. So yes. Oh, there's a bit of a heck mouth. Kind of dimple in the world there. Another one. Cross-like shape. Spooky. Herobrine. As they used to do like the tree all the trees without the leaves, and there used to be like pyramids built and glowstone letters or something. With that like golden netherrack kind of thing. Yeah. I've always kind of enjoyed Minecraft. It's kind of always remained constant. I've kind of changed my opinions on it. Have changed over the years, for sure. Over the years, the decade I've played this game. Crazy that I've played this game for a decade, since like release 1.3 on Java. Feels like a forever ago, but not even the beginning of this game's legacy. Minecraft's just, it's such a legacy. It's impacted so many people's lives. So profound. So profound. So poignant. Lovely stuff. I don't have any actual questions to answer. I mainly just answer the questions that I think people might be asking, even though it likely people don't ask the questions, but it's still kind of good to get some context filled in, because the main kind of thing I focus on is kind of just trying to keep things from being just silent. Try and kind of keep it somewhat entertaining for those who actually happen to stumble across me and maybe are considering watching. Hopefully it's not terribly boring. The kind of concept of walking to the Farlands is kind of boring, but I feel like if I can make it interesting enough, maybe I might get a few people interested. Yeah, like that. And then, well, we went through all our wood there. All the wood has been used. Alright, well, we can continue back. Oh, wall. Spruce sapling. Spruce. This is a Frankenstein biome here. Look at this. Get like a weird blend of a bunch of biomes here. Almost every biome in the game. uh, Now we got a whole pit to the bottom of the world. Lovely. $2 and 16 minutes. We've been going for a while today. Wow. Going for a while. Not too bad actually though. Kind of enjoy this. Enjoy a little bit of the fun. Enjoy the fun. It's a good way to embrace things. It says one viewer over on my end, but I think Twitch is a bit odd with viewers, so I think there is a few more than one. Although maybe this is just one. I can't quite tell, because that doesn't make it exactly easy. Because I look at the chat and I look at viewers and I'm like, oh, it shows more, but I'm not sure. I haven't quite figured out how Twitch works just yet for that. Not that I'm too care. I don't really care too much about that kind of stuff, but kind of interesting to see nonetheless. I just kind of like a little bit of that analytical stuff. No spawners yet today. No golden apples. No chances at golden apples even. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the older stuff I've watched on YouTube. Kind of the sense of adventure and the sense of isolation. I'm like the only person here, only person ever to be here. It's kind of got that difference, bit of change. This is kind of a time capsule of a channel, honestly. I mean, besides like the new stuff I stream. Journey to the Farlands is just kind of a view into the past. Because I physically can't really do this in a newer version without it being a journey to the world border instead of a journey to the Farlands, which doesn't sound as nice, I'd say, but I may change my mind in the future. The future! So I wanted to check something. I might go to the menu here and test something out here. I wanted to see if I had the original Journey to the Farlands world from no. I don't think so. Farlands exist? Do they now? In fact, they do. Quite the terrain feat, the Farlands here. But that's not what I was looking for. I don't think I have the wit. Journey to the Farlands. There we go. I don't think I have the world that I do have the world that has me in the starter base, but I'd have to move it over, and I'm not too worried about that. I thought it might be cool to show you guys what my starter base looked like, but you kind of already saw the gist of it. It was a big ol' ladder in a 3x3 hole that went down to bedrock, or basically like the level for diamonds, like 12, 11, that kind of thing. And I had my chests all filled with stuff, and I had, what did I have? Something. Something. Indeed, I was looking for something. I was looking for the Farlands. Looking to fill the underground. I know they went underground. Well, they do if you have cubic chunks anyway. They can spawn 12 million blocks down, which you wouldn't be able to journey to unless you were. I mean, I guess it's possible, but that'd be a nightmare. Cubic chunks mod, lovely mod. That allows you to see the things like the end Farlands and the void Farlands, the sky Farlands, all that kind of jazz and stuff. I think I talked about that a while ago, but that's something cool. Yeah, I technically I could do something like that as well, like do like a modern Journey to the Farlands, but it's not too different. Sure, there's like hunger and stuff and sprinting. And I'd have enchanted tools, which means they wouldn't break as easily. I'd have mending and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I want to try and be as legitimate as possible with this Farland journey. That's kind of why I haven't modded this super heavily or anything. Just to kind of keep it pure. Pure. Yes. That is correct. Yes, as it stands. How about we do a progress check here? Because I guess you guys don't really know what percentage waypoint I'm at. I guess if you looked at the number and you calculated it yourself, you could. But maybe I'll do that real quick while I'm walking. 209. I'll just do 209. Because okay, we're almost 11% of the way towards the Farlands. We're already over a fifth of the way there. Bravo. 11/100ths of the way. But just barely scratching. Oh goodness, I'm yawning. We're barely touching the 11 million, or 11 million. Oh yeah, I guess, oh yeah, 11 million's coming up, like, remaining towards the Farlands. But I've had some setbacks, like the 2 weeks I was reaccounting the terrain and all that. So I could have been further than I am now, but I don't really worry about that. I worry about what I've actually done instead of what I could have done. It's all about that, because what I could have done, yeah, sure I could have done it, but it's not exactly like I can change that. So I just try to do what I can in the present, and then hopefully future me doesn't hate me. Get to see loads of Farland content today, in case I decide to not stream for a little bit. Just focus on school a little bit, which I might do. Also the fellowship as well, that's also something I've been getting excited about. I've already built like the first floor of my casita kind of thing. My western casita. A terracotta build, which is kind of cool. Journey to the distance that is happening at 12 million bucks away, funnily enough. Where the train generation becomes super weird and kind of corrupted looking almost, with like the Swiss cheese kind of Farlands. Where two Farlands meet together. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Gotta break the leaves at some point. This will also probably be a lot of the major talking points gone for a while, so it'll give people who want to watch the previous episodes some time to catch up if I decide to take a bit of a break from streaming for a little bit. Just to focus on school and kind of enjoying the fellowship and stuff. So yeah, if in case there is a bit less, I try to stream when I want to stream, but it's been kind of consistent, my streaming, but there might be bouts of consistency and stuff, but yeah, it's just the way it goes. That's just how the story goes. That cow's sure got a mouth on him. Mouth on him. Wow, isn't that something? Oh, kiddoke. The compass is pointing to, well, that is the northeast, I think. It's pointing back to spawn anyway. I don't remember exactly what direction that is, but yeah, it's pointing back to spawn. The red needle there on the compass, pointing towards where I'm coming from and pointing away from where I'm going. We're going where few have been. The Farlands. Yes, that unfathomable distance. Get like a double episode today. It's kind of like this episode's kind of like multiple episodes together because it's got a bit of length on it. But I'm kind of slowing down on what I can talk about, so I'll probably do like a few more major talking points, and then maybe end the stream. Then you can go off and check out someone else on Twitch or do something, I don't know. Whatever the heart desires, I guess. as long as it's well and good. The pigoos are getting awfully suspicious. Ah, yes. This song that is... this is one of the songs I remember like it playing when I played Minecraft like almost a decade ago now on a friend's server. That was the times of yesterday. Well, the times of years ago anyway, but it kind of past. The nostalgia. Gia. No. Still. No stall. It's probably Schlatt would agree with that actually, but I don't know. Schlatt, stall isn't too bad of a music disc. Not necessarily the worst one out there. Spawner. Looks no, probably not, but I was just kind of joking. Unless I actually have found one, but I don't think I did. Yeah, well, can't find a spawner all the time. Gotta have some rarity there. Gotta have some sense of rare. Sense of rare. Truly. Now, as for... I'm truly kind of draining the options. The options. I got plenty of YouTube stuff to watch. I also will be suggesting stuff in the description of this, I think both the stream and the YouTube video, so we all have some stuff to peruse. Hopefully. Some lovely YouTube content in case you're looking for something to watch. Minecraft related anyway. I'm pretty geared towards Minecraft, I'll admit. I might delve into other games if they kind of become, if I can really think of a good idea for a game to stream and for something that would be cool. I think Subnautica could definitely be a good option. I'm not sure if anyone will be interested in watching that, but if someone's interested in watching Journey to the Farlands, I'm sure there'll be people wanting to watch a Subnautica series. So, and that would probably be recorded, probably similar to this, with like the hour, 2 hour streams. Except this one's going on a bit longer, just because I wanna have a bit more content for you guys to enjoy. Episode 10. Okay, let's press on here. Oh, I'm tired today. I must have had a mediocre sleep or something. Cause I feel alright, but I'm just been yawning a lot today, so maybe that explains that. Just amazing. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, what is there to look forward to? Oh, the fellowship with all my fun stuff we're doing over there. Yeah, maybe I'll just because I'm really okay. maybe I'll try and put one last effort forth to get something to talk about here. Could just be in one of those moods where I'm kind of just shifting, getting a little bit shifty here, getting a little shifty. Ooh, going third person. Ooh, goodness, look at me. I'm journeying to the Farlands. We're going to the Farlands, guys. In third person. I haven't played like this before. Look, you can see all around me. Oh my god, it's like that's what third person's all about. Good to see my diamond armor, the last of it. Whee! This lovely cape I have, the migrator cape. Must sprint. Let me try. Let me try. Get some sprinting in here. Ooh, no, it doesn't work. Yeah, sprinting doesn't exist yet, unfortunately. Not at least for another update. So we'll have to wait for 1.8 to come out. Beta 1.8 before we do this. Hopefully the Farlands won't be removed. Oh, this is a weird thing for me to. Can't even go. Can't even see the front of my face. Okay, get this camera panned around. There we go. Now you can see me. It's about the best we can do. Give me a whoa, sheepy. That's probably enough. Alright, enough of that. Enough! Ooh, spooky me, being all demanding like that. Now, what was I talking about? Third person. We're missing the one that's like in front of you, like showing my face. I can't show my face. Unless I do this. Oh, then we sink. Then we sink and drown. Don't want that to happen. Drowning would not be ideal, would it? 10 episodes and I still can't figure out that damn boat trick. 3 months and 10 episodes. Well, probably more if I streamed from the beginning. But, you know, psh, I don't worry about that. That's some contingency stuff I don't really worry about. Yeah, that's a thing. It is a thing indeed. Beam of 4. Wonder if anyone else is doing Journey to the Farlands hype stuff. I don't think so. It's pretty niche, double niche. Oh, I always like to see what's going on. I saw someone was doing a Journey to the Farlands thing, other than me, but I haven't seen much on that yet. So the Farlands. Oh, that's a cool photo. There's some lovely fan art and stuff. Kilo crazy man. Yep. First guy to go to the Farlands. Epic chap. Andrew Tate banned from the Farlands. Oh, I could definitely imagine it in like the form of what's that guy? Tom Smith or something? I forget what his name is. But the guy who does like the British guy who does videos on like infrastructure stuff. Is it Tom Smith? Oh, I don't think it is. I don't remember. Oh, it's not him. Oh, it's just the British guy that does that kind of stuff. Oh, goodness. Got a skelly after me. But yeah, it was like a photo of him in front of the Farlands. And I was like, this is the Farlands where the terrain becomes glitched. Or it was like behind the Farlands. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Inside the corner of Farlands, Nintendo. Oh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Indeed! Getting some Kurt energy channeled today. Oh. Well, God, all the onslaught of mobs after me today. Yes. Isn't that wonderful? The Farlands. 2020. Oh, yeah. I realized that the Farlands existed in the in Bedrock for a long time actually. After they got removed from Java, they still existed up until the New World Gen 1.18, I think. But I'll never know because I never actually went out that far before. It didn't really cross my mind. That was still before I was kind of even. I knew about the Farlands. So I was like, who? I mean, I didn't even comprehend actually traveling to them. So yeah. Little mansion in the Bedrock Farlands. It's pretty good. It's crazy that Bedrock had the Farlands for a long time. They got removed, of course. Now you just kind of got the weird fall through the world stuff and the stripe lands. Oh, I like watching. I think Amvin makes like really solid videos on that kind of the Farland stuff. What a clever guy. Walking to the Farlands legitimately. Yeah, pretty solid. This will be a legitimate run. Because I have, yeah, it's all natural. I thought also streaming could be a cool way to document this. Just looking around at the Twitter Farlands and stuff. Ah, yes. Farlands Minecraft before it was removed. Yep, the Farlands got removed 11 years ago. That's why I have to play a version 11 years old. Mainly just because the Farlands don't exist anymore, and that's kind of the main appeal to what I'm doing. I don't see anything. Contrary to the Farlands. Oh, the Farlands. Oh, that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people have done like the fast travel method of going back version. I think that's pretty clever. Kind of makes the journey a bit more unique. Yeah. Terrific. Chicken. Chicken. Whoa. Yeah, the title's gonna. It may change when I actually reach the Farlands, probably, because journey to the Farlands, when I'm actually at the Farlands, I might have to be. Might be in need of a name change at that point. Might have to change. Now, let's see just how far we can go. That's kind of the challenge of this. Is let's see how far before Sandy will take him in the journey to the Farlands. Quite. Quite literally. That's a lot of zombies. A lot of zombies going around. A lot of zombos. Zombos, pigoos, wolfies, cows, sheep. What did I call sheep? Multiple sheep. There's lots of sheepses. Sheep. I don't know. I'm not too sure. People. No. I will still end stream soon, probably just because it's slowing down and I don't want to keep you here too long. I would do a long stream, but I don't really got too much to talk about. Oh, just think of stuff. I haven't been playing too many other games lately, just because Minecraft's been such a big thing right now for me. I don't really know if the Minecraft community is really that strong right now. It's okay. There's still a lot of content being made for Minecraft, of course, like always, but I don't know if it's like as strong as it has been though. Definitely feel like it's strong, but it's not as strong as it probably has been. Wow, look at all these trees. I would jump, but I'm a bit of a skeptic when it comes to that kind of the boat stuff, or not the boat, the water, because fall damage is sometimes you just take the fall damage when you jump off like a ledge like that. So yeah, it's can be a bit. If it's like deep water, then I jump into it. But if it's just shallow, then yeah. Now I've got to try and push forward here. Put my best foot forward. Try and have the best chance at reaching our goal. Yeah, I bet some people might be wondering if why the Farlands were removed or if they would be added back. I mean, that's not a question some people ask. I try to answer the questions people ask. I've gotten a few questions, but not like hardly any of the ones I actually answer or asked by actual viewers. But why were they removed? Well, I guess they're just. I mean, not a guess. They're a world gem bug. So Mojang was doing a whole bunch of world gen fixes and stuff. I think the Farlands got replaced by an infinite ocean for a while, and the map was way smaller. Because I remember hearing about that with Kurt's series, because he talks about that. around 1.8, beta 1.8 coming out. And then by the time the actual release came out, that the whole Farland thing was, they didn't exist anymore. And then Venom even made a video where he's like, how is Kurt going to continue in the new versions? Or is he just going to have to just continue without the Farlands? And then Kurt's like, oh, we'll just continue in beta 1.7.3. And would they ever re-implement them? Very unlikely. Probably never. Just because it's been 11 years since they removed them. And though people have asked for them, but it's not really probably in their plans. Unless they somehow do. But I really think it's unlikely at this point now. They're so far. They had that kind of chance when they were doing like the 1.18 World Gen stuff. They completely overhauled World Gen. So, yeah, that's partially why this is just contained to beta 1.7.3. Just because it can't really move forward properly. I do still do the Let's Plays and stuff in modern Minecraft, of course, and I'll do stuff in other games, but for Journey to the Farlands, this will just remain beta 1.7 like this indefinitely. I guess maybe until I reach the Farlands, then maybe I'll just consider switching around, but I'll do one more day here, just to wrap things up nicely, just so I can do some other stuff. We walked a fair bit today, so I'm getting a bit boring now. Well, now it's getting boring. Well, not necessarily boring, it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm just getting a bit tired of streaming this for now. I can't do long streams, I realize, like super long streams. Unless I just were to like go silent. I don't really know how Fig does it. He probably has at least some audience chatting to keep him kind of talking and stuff. I don't really have that, so I probably stick to shorter streams, or at least, well, ranging from 1 hour long through to where we are now, like 3 hours. So kind of different ranges of length for sure. And also probably have lunch after this, a bit of a later lunch, and then do some other stuff, and then I'll kind of stream whenever I stream next. I won't say when I'm gonna stream next, 'cause I don't really know just right now, based off of how I'm feeling. So yeah. So yeah, indeed. Yeah, I don't got too much else to say for today, but I'll think of one last thing. Kind of just, I really don't know what to call this stream. It's kind of a bit of a combination of different things, honestly. Oh goodness, why is my I need to dig this here. The cows walking around, enjoying the scenery. Minecraft. That is the game. I got some points for getting it correct. Oh goodness. The world is crazy. I'm crazy. Two things are true. Both of them. Nothing is a lie there. So yeah, you got lots of what? You guys saw that, right? Phasing through leaves like I'm a ghost. I'm non-existent apparently. Trying to figure out what exactly had to happen for that to happen. Oh, I don't know. Of course, I try to recreate it. It doesn't work because, of course, that's how it works. It's not supposed to. That's the kind of idea of the bit. Oh, lovely. The idea of the bit. The kind of main idea of what's going on exactly. So yeah, go check out some fellow Minecrafters out there. I'm sure you've probably checked out plenty of the ones I've talked about today. I might put some videos in the description, like the ones I was talking about today. That would be interesting. And yeah, is right. Isn't that a lovely thing? Now that we're here, now that we're at this current point in the stream, I'm just kind of being silent as I struggle to think if this is a spawner. Wow. Well, now we're at the point of the stream where I find a spawner. Let me struggle to get rid of this. There we go. Well, guess we got ourselves a spawner here. Well, this is a deep one. Cool. Broke my shovel. Do I want to use the diamond for a shovel? I might just, I don't know what I want to do with the diamond. So maybe I'll just make another iron shovel for now. This is a deep one today. Well, at least we did find a spawner in the 3 hours of stream. No, is there no chests in it? Oh, unless it goes... Oh, I think it's bigger, actually, yeah. Hey, punk. Is there no chested chair? Ow. Oh my goodness, we're going through our health. Well, that was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it? Still cool to find the spawner, but it was a dud. Bit of a dud, eh? Yeah, I guess so. But it's always cool to find a spawner, so take a screenshot, mark it down. That's number 31, and we'll get out of here. Well, at least that was an interesting find for the stream. Just gotta... Ugh, got my inventory full of stuff now. Oh, gotta realign. There we go. Realign and get ready for the end. The end of the stream. The end of the lovely Farland journey stream. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that's a lot of wool. Just stocking up, getting ready for the times in need of lots of wool. Now I gotta swim across these great expanses of terrain, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So yeah, go check out someone check out someone on. Oh goodness, I can throw that out. My water bottle was getting stuff all wet, but it was just an old sticky note anyway. You gotta try and throw this out. Oh, there we go. I moved my water bottle just so it's out of the way. Should get a coaster for down here. That'd be good. I'll bring one down from upstairs. Oh goodness. Goodness me. Good heavens. Ooh, yes, indubitably. It's nighttime, which means the stream's about to end. On another episode of Journey to the Farlands. And possibly the last for a little bit here. While I figure out what I want to do next for streaming. And also go check out some of my previous Journey to the Farlands videos if you want. If you want a particular ones, suggestions. I liked Journey to Oblivion, the first one. I feel like the first few episodes have sound issues, and they also have the jitters. The first two have the jitters, and then the first few have sound issues because I didn't really do volume mixing terribly well. So that's something to account for, and there's also a lag, of course. That's still happening, so that's not right. We're ending, but yeah, there's some lag issues to account for. You can also check out Newcraft 4 and all that. Fellowship and all that jazz if you want, or you just tag along on the live streams every once in a while. I think that's a great way to do it as well. That's excellent. I guess I'll make a stew and then we'll end her off. Came at a good time, Devin. It's just ending. Just was making my stew and then I'm gonna go off air. Yeah, go check out some stuff you enjoy. Starting soon. Boom, you get to see the chat there. Yeah, I guess that's it for today. That's your programming for the day and probably for next little while. So yes, bye. This is the outro, by the way. Goodbye. Yes, outro.